Boom! What's going on YouTube? It's your boy CALI D hitting you up with the first ever Gyro video. Now, what is this? What is this channel? What's the information that I'm going to give you guys? Well, basically, it's anything and everything revolving around one, self-development, and two, the most important, females, women. Yes, as a guy, we all love women. And what makes me qualified for this? It doesn't. But you know what? I have a lot of reference experience. I have tons and tons and tons of like quick things to come up with, and just a lot of information that I know that it will definitely help you out with your dating environment, with everything that's going around with, like, you know, girls and self-esteem issues and confidence and all that stuff. And the self-development. I like to read a lot of books, and I like to implement everything that I read from the books. And you know what? When it comes to having a really great life, I think that everybody should have a great and amazing life, should have a really great, happy life, and, you know, not really worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. Why? Because you have things planned out, you have a great, positive outlook on life, very optimistic, and, yeah, I also like helping out people who want to better themselves, whether it be in, like, you know, life in general, and in game, you know, game with girls and, you know, talking to girls and blah, blah. You know, you can watch this video if you're like 15, 14, whatever, going to junior high, high school, all the way to like you're 40, because I've met 40-year-old men that have come up to me like, dude, well, this chick's being like this and I don't get it, like, what the hell is she doing? I'd be like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, I know this more than you. But like I said, you know, it doesn't qualify me, but seeing, I mean, ever since I was like in high school, I've been surrounded by females, and I mean, this smile, I wouldn't put out something that would not help you guys. So with that being said, let me give you a little background about me. When I was in high school, like I said, I was a big, fat, chunky guy. But despite being really big, fat, and chunky, I always somehow got cute girls to be my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? I remember there'd be a lot of, shut up doggy. I remember there was a lot of a lot of haters in high school, because I was like legitimately ugly. Like, I thought, you know, I grew up with ugly duckling syndrome. I don't know if you ever heard that, but I'll elaborate on that a little bit. And, you know, I had hot girls, and what I mean by hot girls, they were like, you know, at that time, they were like 7s, 8s. Every once in a while I had a 9, but they were like 7, you know, 7 to 8s tops all the time. Like on a straight flat line, they were always 8s. But I was really, really ugly. You know, I still consider myself ugly. I'm not the best looking guy in the world. You know, I got a little thing going on here, but you learn that with confidence. But like I was saying, let's say back in high school, I was like a 4, dude. Like, I literally saw myself as a 4. I had very, very low self-esteem to a certain degree, but I was very confident being myself. So what did I learn? What did I see that pattern from? Like, I was always surrounded by girls. Why? Because I was funny. 2, I didn't really care about what people think. And 3, I was confident. Even though I had low self-esteem, that was just for me to know, you know what I'm saying? And we all go through that, you know, when you're in junior high and high school, you're like, well, you know, I'm too short, or I'm too ugly, or I'm too fat, or, you know, I'm just a loser, blah, blah, I'm a metal kid, I'm a geek kid, and blah, blah. And it doesn't really matter what you look like, as long as you're confident in yourself, and, you know, there's something really good about you. There's really good something in all of us, you know, nobody is the exception. So with that said, here is guy rule number 1. Being yourself with a twist. Now, what I mean by that, being yourself, like, in a sense of, well, let's say you're naturally funny, you're naturally extroverted, you're naturally introverted, or whatever you might be. You might be the loud guy, you might be the life of the party, you might be like the cool, shallow guy, and, you know, on the side, or whatever. But if you want to go up and talk to that cute girl, that cute female, you have to be yourself, be confident. Confidence is number 1 major key. Be really confident, but, you know, don't be that all the time. You know, some guys are always stuck in like funny, cool guy mode, and they get put in the friend zone, you know what I'm saying? Or they're stuck in like, you know, just introverted, you know, like they hide, and they're afraid from, you know, like social environments. Or they're just like way too quiet, and they're like, well, I can't get a girl because I'm just too quiet. It's like, no, you can't get a girl. Why? Because you're not giving yourself enough credit to be that cool, awesome guy that you already are. All right. So, like I said, if you're naturally introverted or extroverted or extra funny, or, you know, whatever type of personality and characteristics that you might have, be that, but don't be that all the time. Why? Because you're going to get put in the friend zone. How do you get put in the friend zone? I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, like I said, I'm naturally funny. You know, I don't care like what's going on. I can be like, and do like the weirdest thing ever because I'm naturally funny. Like, that's what I was put on this earth. God made me that way. You know, I'm like just the life of the party every once in a while. I'm also introverted because that's how I recharge my energy. Like, I have to be alone. But naturally, I'm a funny guy. You know, I like to make jokes out of awkward situations. Sometimes I've said things that are like in the most inappropriate manner, but somehow it worked out to my advantage. And the only difference, the only thing that I did differently was that from being cool, funny guy, you know, that didn't really give a crap or give a fuck about his external environment, I always, if I liked a girl, I make sure that she liked me. You know what I'm saying? So, let's say, for example, girl walks up, "Hi, David, you're really funny." I'd be like, "Hey, what's up, girl?" I got like crutches right here, so I didn't want to drop them. Like, "Hey, what's up, girl? What's going on?" Like, "Oh my god." So, like, "What are you doing right now?" I'd be like, chilling, just, you know, eat my Cheetos, not much. And within that conversation, I would make her laugh, but I also would tell her, be like, "You're really cute, dude, but I'm a little shy." It's like, "Oh, what do you mean? You're stupid, stop. You're like my best friend." I'll be like, "Well, maybe we can move on from being, you know, from just being really cool friends to, like, you know, maybe, you know," I started to like push her or like, you know, just poke fun at her, stuff that you would normally do like in elementary school. Remember back in elementary, they'd be like, "Yeah, you like her." They would make fun of you because, you know, you poked around with her, you messed with her or whatever, guy or girl. And that's what I was basically doing all over in high school. I was being cool and funny, my natural funny self, but I made them know that I liked them. That was the only difference. I was like, "Hey," you know, like, or girls would come up to me and be like, "Hey, you're David, huh?" I'd be like, "Who are you?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm Vanessa, blah, blah, this is my friend Jamie." And I remember I hooked up with this one girl. Damn, she was bomb. 9. Her teeth were like throwing up gang signs, but she was hella bomb. She was hella bomb. She was like a 9, dude. That was like the top, like one of the best girlfriends I ever had in high school. And remember, I was chunky. I was fat. I wasn't like really good looking or anything like that. And remember, this is going to be another guy rule, that looks don't matter. I was just, you know, really chunky guy, but she liked me because I made her laugh all the time. I was, you know, I was really cool. I was like, every time that she would show up, I'd be like, "Hey, Kathy, what's going on?" And she'd be like, she wouldn't really like to talk that much because, like I said, her teeth were kind of messed up, but she was gorgeous. She was like, you know, like Japanese mixed with a little bit of Mexican. So fucking hot. But anyways, every time that she would come up, I would talk to her, I would make her laugh, but then every once in a while, I'd be like, "Oh, so you got a boyfriend?" They're like, "No, why?" I'd be like, "Because I think you're pretty cute." I made that initial split of, hey, I'm a funny, cool guy, but I also like you. Some guys don't know how to stop being funny, and they're afraid of being rejected. You know what I'm saying? So they don't put themselves out there to be rejected and give themselves that chance to hook up with that girl. So, like I said, be yourself. Be whoever you were born to be, whatever type of guy, whether you're short, tall, you know, you talk a lot, you don't talk a lot, you're introverted, you're extroverted, you're a little shy, you know, you're a little insecure. It doesn't matter, but as long as you're yourself and you know how to differentiate, I think that's the word, how to like, you know, split the two between being yourself all the time and not working for you and being put in the friend zone, to being yourself, but then stopping, be like, "Hey, I like this girl. I'm going to show initial attraction, and I'm going to, you know, make her notice me by saying, hey, you know what, even though I'm a little shy or whatever, I like you. Maybe we should, like, go out and get, like, a soda or something, or, you know, go out to the movies or something, or, like, get some ice cream." If you get rejected, or if it goes well for you, don't put so much emphasis on the rejection, okay? And, but that's going to be another guy rule. But, like I said, be yourself. Be your natural self, but just learn how to make that distinction between being yourself all the time and, you know, being yourself, which is totally cool. We are all awesome guys, all right? From the shortest to the ugliest to the fattest to the skinniest, we are all boss men, all right? And you know, showing that initial attraction, that initial intent that you want to go out with the girl. So hopefully you guys like this video. Definitely more videos coming up. You guys stay up. CALI D.